the truth of the matter is we're seeing voter suppression at levels we've not seen in 60 years. We are seeing voter suppression bills pop up all across the country. I always talk about there's always been this trifecta around voter suppression. There's always kind of been three strategies that have been used in various times around voter suppression. It's been centered around really weaponizing the administrative process to create these barriers that seem, quote, legal, to make it more difficult to restrict access to the ballot. It's been really around how do you literally legalizing, weaponizing legal tools to prevent people from having access, like how many beans are in a jar, how many jelly beans are in a jar. And then the third thing has always been using creating a culture of fear. And we've seen all three of those be employed particularly in the last 4 years of this election. And so I think people have to really recognize that, in some ways, I think there was this idea that America had thought every thought that could be thought about democracy. And we're a democracy, right? And it was solid and it couldn't be shaken. When the truth of the matter is American democracy is extremely fragile, right? And the truth of the matter is it needs to be strengthened. And so aside from just in terms of the electoral process, we don't have representative government. At the end of the day, if you look at the number, the gross underrepresentation of not just communities of color, but women, the majority of people in this country are women, yet we have a fraction of the seats that we're sitting in. And so there's something fundamentally wrong. And I think part of what we have to really recognize is not only is this election very key and critical for us saving the democracy that we have, but we also have to really be diligent about putting people in office that will actually help us get the policies in place for us to get the democracy that we desire and we deserve.